Do you ever catch yourself wondering what others might think of you? Like, let's say you post something online, or even you just walk like a certain way, and then all of a sudden you're just thinking, wait, like, what if people think this is weird? It's honestly wild how much control, like, these thoughts can have over a person, you know? And recently, I've realized that most people care way too much about what other people think, and it kind of holds them back from doing what they really want to do. So I kind of just want to talk about that, you know, like why we care so much, like how it messes with our lives, and just how to stop letting other people's opinions and stuff control the way that you live your life. So growing up, I always kind of just cared about what other people thought, you know? I cared about people's opinions on me, and I wanted people to think that like I was cool and like just like me, you know? So a lot of times I would act ways that like weren't really me, you know? I would kind of change myself just so other people would like me, you know? And as I've grown, I realized that that's just not the way to live your life at all, because you should not have to change in order to impress someone or get someone to like you. The thing is though, it's just normal, like it's human nature to care a little bit what people think. Like I feel like we all just want to fit in and be accepted, and honestly, it's not bad to think like that a little bit. But the problem is, this instinct to be liked by everyone and just to care what people think is kind of messing with us in this world where like everyone's kind of like doing their own thing. Let's take social media for an example. You know, you'll see all these new trends or just people like posting stuff, and you'll think, damn, maybe I need to look like that or do what they're doing. But the truth is, honestly, most people really aren't paying that closely attention to you or like judging you pretty much. You know, people obviously do that every now and then, but I feel like everyone's kind of focused on their own lives, and like, you know, like personally, I don't just judge people, you know? Like I don't look at someone and say like that person should be doing something differently. You know, I don't do that, you know? Like you could literally like do something super embarrassing, and you know, maybe people will laugh at you for a couple minutes, but guess what? The next day, no one's gonna remember it, alright? They might even forget about it like 5 minutes later. It's really not that deep if you think about it. And honestly, caring too much about others' opinions and their perspective on you is really one of the biggest reasons why people never really reach like their full potential or do what they really want to do. I want you to take a moment to think about like how many different things that you didn't do just because you were scared that someone would judge you or think that what you wanted to do was weird. You know, maybe you didn't post that video, you didn't wear that outfit that you thought was cool, you didn't try that hobby, you know, you didn't talk to that person. And now all these things are just a what if or a what could have been, all because you just cared about what other people thought about you. Truthfully, the fear of judgment really just keeps you stuck, you know? It makes you hesitate, and you kind of just start moving and living your life based off of other people's opinions, instead of actually like what feels right for you and what you really want to do with your life. And honestly, the saddest part is, even if you do everything, you know, quote unquote right, people will still have something to say about it. Like, you could be the nicest person, down to earth, you could be the hardest working person ever, and still someone's going to find a reason to hate on you. And I think it's really important to realize that no matter what you do, somebody's always going to be judging you, and I think that's the point where you just start to feel free. I've had to learn this myself through trial and error, the hard way, and, you know, even like, for example, like this video right now, like this YouTube channel, I've always wanted to post videos like for years and years, and I never did it because I had the fear of, you know, people that I know finding the channel and then making fun of me. And truthfully, I still kind of have that fear. Like, I haven't told any of my friends about this channel because, you know, if they find it, I think, you know, I'm just scared that they're going to make fun of me. But like, who cares, you know? Even if they do, like, that's not going to change anything, you know? Like, it shouldn't affect me. But think about it like this. Those people aren't, you know, the ones paying my bills. They're not helping me grow, and they're not the ones putting in the effort that I am. And to be honest, the second I stopped caring and just kind of started uploading what I wanted, it just felt a lot better. Like, genuinely, I feel lighter. I feel like I stopped over analyzing everything, and I'm actually enjoying like what I'm doing. And obviously, it's not like you can just flip a switch and just suddenly stop caring what others think, but I think there are definitely things you can do to help with that. First of all, I think you need to realize that people's opinions say more about them than they do about you. Like, for example, when someone judges you, It's a lot of times it's a reflection of their own insecurities. Like if someone sees you trying something new or something like that, they might clown on you for it just because like deep down they wish that they had the confidence to do that kind of thing too. Second, I think it's very important to build self-respect and self-love. I feel like when you really like and just love who you are, you just don't care about others' opinions because like why should you? You know, you love yourself, you know what you're doing is right and you like what you're doing. And my favorite point to make is that you can't control what other people think, but you can definitely control how much value that you give their opinion and like what you think about it. Another really valuable thing is just to stop seeking validation from others. Like when you're in a state where you need people to approve of what you're doing, you're not going to feel secure in yourself. Because the thing about validation is that it hits for a second, it's kind of like dopamine almost, but it fades quickly. But the things that actually last are when you do something that you really enjoy and think is cool, just because you like it, not because other people say you should do it. Pretty much what I'm trying to say here is, like, just be unapologetically yourself, alright? Stop caring what people think, and once you do that and just start being yourself, the right people will come in your life. And those people, I'm telling you, like, they will value you for who you are, they're not going to judge you. But at the end of the day, life's too short to worry about what other people are thinking of you. Like, these are just random people, So do what makes you happy, alright? And, I mean, yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. So, I hope you guys learned something from this. If you did, just like and subscribe. And, yeah, see you in the next one.